Now, they were discussing the weather this weekend and how last year at this time the weather wasn't so great for this event, but it is going to be picture perfect for being outside at Lula Mays and enjoying the weather and maybe some, I don't know, it looks like maybe some jambalaya and boudin. I'm not all sure what's on the menu there, Whitney.
Margaritas.
And margaritas.
No.
And great music. It's going to be fun.
I know, all the outdoorsy things, right, is what
Yeah.
everyone has on their mind. Everyone I've ran into thus far this morning, and I went to the car wash, it was just packed, and everyone just seems like they're in a good mood because of this calm, quiet, and just overall nice weather. Hard to complain about sunny. 75 and lighter winds in place. That is what we're dealing with this about to be Friday afternoon. It is now 11:18 a.m. and already 76 here in Temple. You can see humidity is down right now. Just calm, clear, nice. Great traveling conditions. You're going somewhere for the weekend across Texas. We're all sitting in the 70s and already 81 actually in Caldwell there. 75 in Gatesville, 74 in Waco for the time being. So we're going to go up into the low 80s for a brief period this afternoon, right back into the mid 70s if you have dinner plans, something like that. Again, would recommend being outside. So good for you. You can see sustained winds only at about 10 miles an hour max. So maybe a stray 15-mile-an-hour gust, but nothing like what we were dealing with the past few days or so. So nice to not see any red flag warnings, even in West Texas, where they've had it basically daily the past week and a half or so. There is some off the hills of the Rockies there and in the Midwest. Other than that, all the moisture once again on the eastern seaboard today. Again, it is calm, quiet, 70s for now, sunny this afternoon, and we jump up into the 80s. Here's your high temperatures in the 3 o'clock hour. We go down into the middle 50s for lows, so could see patches of fog, more likely that we're seeing it Sunday morning versus Saturday. We'll just have higher humidity in place by then, but no rain chance over the weekend. In fact, we wake up in the 50s tomorrow morning and jump well up into the 80s once again. Can be breezy up to about 15, 20 gusting both Saturday and Sunday afternoons. I mentioned the possibility for patches of fog on a Sunday morning in the 80s that afternoon too. Repeating that forecast again for Monday before we finally start to see that pattern shift that I promised to talk about. Tuesday, slight chance, like 20%, we're seeing a stray passing shower. The greater likelihood that we're seeing a better rain chance comes along with the frontal boundary and an area of low pressure that is going to likely be situated up to our north. The track of that can determine potentially how much rain we're seeing. I think our northern counties likely have higher rain totals in general. Peaking on Wednesday into Thursday, as you can see, when you start to see the yellows on this longer range model, that is pulling in a pretty decent shot for rain. Could even see a couple of rumbles of thunder. We're going to be sitting in the 70s, winds out of the south, moisture to tap into, and a frontal boundary. That's all the ingredients we need to potentially even see some thunderstorm activity as we roll on into both Wednesday, Thursday. Can't really tell you much outside of that. Because it is so far into the 7-day forecasting, even just outside of it. But I'm telling you that there are going to be chances for rain, maybe even some thunderstorms. We need it. You can see a drought monitor not looking so great. Forecasted rainfall, this map is going to change. But again, it's looking like potentially some of us could rack up an inch of rain and maybe even just outside of the 7-day forecast. We have been leaning wet. Again, this is outside of it. So it looks like the rain chances are just going to keep rolling, and hopefully we can bring them up a little bit. Ignore this. I need to take this off right here. No more weather impact alert because our winds have officially died down. But Lindsay, I'm feeling it. I am ready for some rain.
Yeah, we definitely do need a little ground soaking. That would definitely help our yards out. Whitney, thank you.